Ricky, there's somebody that's watching this or listening to this right now, and they're saying, okay, that was wonderful. Where can I get a copy of that?
Of the script?
Yeah.
Oh, it's on my website, 02diamond.com.
02diamond.com. Make sure you check it out. There's a lot of valuable information on there, and what a script has all the right. I mean, the script is all about them and makes you a winner at the end anyway. So
Yeah.
um,
The whole thing is I inadvertently ask them if they want to buy or sell without asking them. And then if they do, it's like, are you working with somebody on that? Then let's go. If not, then I'd still love to stay in touch, and it's all about your tone. So when you talk to them like their family and they feel that comfortability from you, then you're a lot more apt to get their information and stay in touch with them and build that relationship for the future. And that's how I've built the business to the point that I have, where I have all these people's data, getting a weekly email on the same day of the week forever. And, I do nothing to chase business. It all just flows to me through that weekly email. I still close my deals and have time to spend with my family, time to build other businesses. And that, my friend, is what it's all about.
Ricky, it was interesting in that first transition. I think like a lot of times, like when you did that transition, it was interesting, the feeling that I got in my body, because I'm very in tune with the feelings, because the feelings obviously create the thoughts. And when you did that first transition, it was like, when you went to do the transition, I could feel myself kind of tense up.
Yeah.
Like automatically assuming you were going to go for the kill.
Right.
But when you didn't go for the kill and you transitioned after you mentioned the house being for sale, instead of saying, are you thinking about selling, which is normally where that conversation would go. And that's when I felt myself like, oh God, he's going to ask. And I started to feel kind of the anger creep up in me that maybe the prospect would feel. As soon as you said, what can I do for you? It was like the balloon and the pressure. It took like the pressure out of the conversation, right? Like that build up, like the steam was let out.
Right.
And it was that's so why I do the 3 questions. Recognize that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I do the 3 questions in the beginning, because a lot of scripts are just like, how are you doing? Are you interested in selling? Or something like that. Or they just go straight into this weird, awkward thing. And it's like, we don't even have a connection yet. Why would I even list with you? I don't even know you. I'm definitely not going to give you any of my friends or family's contact information, And so the 3 questions actually builds this little cushion, right? Between the beginning of the call and the sales. It's not even a sales part of the call, but as much of a sales call as it is, it builds this little cushion, this little barrier right there, and gives us a little time to breathe. A lot of agents will skip that 3rd question. They do the, how are you doing? They do the, is this Mr. Johnson? How are you doing? And they skip that 3rd part because it makes them feel weird to ask about the weather or talk about the weather or about something that's not, they feel like people just want to get right to it. And they feel like people are busy. But the thing is if you use that 3rd question, that 3rd question actually loosens them up. It makes the situation so much better because they start to relax that you're not just trying to hammer them with something right then, and you're doing a little small talk. And if you do it right, if you practice enough to do it right, it's very, very effective. And then you're right, then it's like, okay, hit the transition. Okay, a house around the corner sold, and they're like, oh God, here it comes. And you're like, I just want to see if there's something I can do to help you. And they're like, thank God he didn't try to do what every other agent has done.
It's like you deflated that pressure, and then it's harder for it to come back up again because you've already let it go.
It took me decades to figure this out.
Something else, you mentioned the way you're creating the rapport. See, a lot of people have success in their phone calls because they create rapport with people who are similar to themselves.
Yeah.
Right. And then they wonder, why am I not getting 100% of the business? You're only getting the percentage of the business that are people that are like you, because you're creating rapport off of yourself. However, in using the script that you made, it allows you to create rapport with, I want to say almost everybody, pretty much, unless, it's an impossible or difficult scenario. So that's interesting when people ask the key question, how do I create rapport? This is the answer right here on how to create rapport. Because people automatically, they're like, oh, well, I created rapport with this person. How come I can't create it with this person? Because you were talking about yourself and that person was like you and you connected on that, instead of genuinely learning how to create rapport. And this is how you do it right here.
He's listening. He's a very active listener. And
correct.
That's a lot of people
engaging
don't answer because they want to get to the next question.
Yeah.
He's
Your-
gauging. He's out of himself.
Right.
He's out of himself.
Your listening is the foundation to all your
Yeah.
powers of influence. That's what people don't get is, the more you listen, the better you sound when you speak.